So, when you discovered these, you found out they only are present within these storms, apart from one simple occasion, and that is when they nest.
Okay. So
And then they will
they,
always seek out the next storm after they've, had babies and moved on.
so I guess what they for the most part kind of rely on the storms to like overturn nests or like throw open doors and stuff like that where they can swoop in and snag prey that are exposed by it.
You definitely think that these are more opportunistic hunters, apart from when it comes to humans who are around about the same size as them.
Ruben just kind of like stands up and is looking at the group, and it's like, is this building solid? Has anybody reported any pieces of wall or windows or anything blowing away?
I don't know. You could check on the inside, but I mean, I've got this door open. He points towards the garage door wide open towards the storm.
Well, we might want to close that if we don't want to attract their attention. If when you guys are done sightseeing.
Fair enough. He's gonna start closing the door a little bit. Thankfully, there is like a window part on the garage where he can look out, but he just wants the door open.
Who knows?
Once it closed.
Who knows, Jacob? If you're lucky, maybe they'll take care of your queue for you.
I doubt that. Whatever it is lived within this city for a good while. They escaped from their captors before.
Whatever it is, Ruben kind of like raising an eyebrow. What is it that you're talking about?
It's okay, you can tell him.
He nods and pushes up his glasses. Well, we're hunting the most dangerous kind of prey there are. Man.
Okay, you don't have to ham it up.
Alright. What we're hunting is a blue blood.
Oh.
Know what they are?
I've heard what people around are saying about blue bloods. Is this individual, like, are they wanted? Are they like, have they done anything illegal that is the reason why you're searching them?
I think they're worth a lot of money.
I understand.
They escaped once from their captors, killed a few people, if that makes you feel any better. Blue bloods are just azure beasts in human form. Don't feel bad.
Yeah, don't think about it too much, Ruben. If you start bringing morals into this, it's not gonna end well for you.
Ruben just kind of like quietly sits down. I understand.
I've seen some blue bloods do some pretty fucked up things, alright? So if you're thinking of them as human, you shouldn't. I mean,
to be fair, we've seen some ordinary humans do some pretty fucked up shit too, so let's not just lump them all in with one shovel there.
Yeah, well, you guys were there, right? Did you see that fucking asshole dodge my fucking sniper round? How many humans can do that? I aimed at
You're
his
saying
blind
he's a
spot.
blue blood?
Well, I'm not exactly sure what the hell my brother is, but I can tell you one thing. If there was any sliver of humanity left in him, it died a long time ago. I was aiming to kill, by the way. I was waiting for him to show me his blind spot. He still reacted fast enough. No human can react like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that there's some Azure, some cybernetics. If he's working with some well-paid individuals, they've definitely inserted all they could.
Oh no, you saw the kind of fanatics he works with. None of them were any cybernetics. They're against that stuff, purists and all that. Well, I guess everything else fucking goes. Ugh. Logan is visibly starting to get more frustrated as this topic. Anyway, so yeah, we're hunting a blue blood. Not much information about him, but I'm sure Jacob's gonna sort us out. I mean, you guys don't have to come if you don't want to. This is a hunter's job, so.
Well, if they're as dangerous as you guys believe they are, then they're there to put you back together.
It would be reassuring to have a medical expert. Jesus fuck. Medical expert with us, yeah, in case something goes sideways. Don't worry about putting a bullet between his eyes. We'll take care of that for you.
Well, first we're gonna go and get your little dead drop.
As long as it's on the way, honestly, with all these flying beasts everywhere, I'm questioning whether it's a good idea to go looking for something.
Opposed to a little danger.
No, it doesn't hurt to be cautious, though.
Yeah, true.
One thing to bear in mind is if those things are flying around out there, chances are whoever we're going to be looking for is going to be hunkering down somewhere safe too, which is going to make them all the harder to find while we're trying to avoid them flying things.
That's why I said we should get the dead drop first.
Supplies?
Well, we don't know what's inside, but if it's a military crate, you just know it's gotta be something nice, right?
Very true. Very true.
Oh, right. My brain farted. I forgot about what we did last session.
Where did we find those coordinates again, out of character?
In the cafe, the dead guys, we found it on one of the people along with an electrified knife and some cash.
Yes.
Yeah, it was. I think it was next to the pod that the guy was frozen in, or with him. I'm not positive.
Yes, that is correct. Oh, and just an update, Eddie and Integra are currently passed the hell out.
Speaking of which, not to worry you guys or anything, but we kind of burned through all my emergency supplies. I've got only a little bit left, so we're gonna have to worry about our meal tonight.
I will take responsibility for that. Probably should have stocked in ourselves instead of relying on you, Logan.
Nah, don't worry about it. But yeah, I kind of didn't expect we'd be carrying so many extra people, so first chance we get, we should definitely stock up.
Oh, one second, I just got to turn on my light. Be right back.
I mean, you know, assuming we get out of this mess. God knows how long this storm is gonna last.
I mean, we are in a tower full of people. I'm sure we could buy food from somebody.
Are you kidding? There's barely enough to go around. Who's gonna be dumb enough to give you food for cash?
People who are harder up for cash than they are for food.
If it comes to that, I guess we can scrounge something up, but honestly, I'd prefer it if we rely on more convenient methods. And he taps his rifle. Sure, there's no wildlife.
I mean, alternatively, we could poke around outside and lure one of those things down to fly in and attack us and kill it and get ourselves some chicken dinner.
Yeah, that's more of what I was thinking. You know, rely on good old reliable rifle.
Damn English weather. I'm back.
I mean, how much time do you guys have? It would probably take me a long time to prepare that so that you guys don't get infected if you try to eat one of those things.
Well, right now we're just, you know, discussing our options. Luckily for now we should be good. I mean, we had a hearty meal. I'm sure we can last at least 2 days, so we'll see. Now let's go check out that drop. Honestly, I don't want to jinx us, but considering where we are and stuff, I'm assuming that that drop is probably supplies, and I'm thinking more food and medical stuff, which would be both convenient and disappointing at the same time. I mean, come on, man, it's a military crate. Am I the only one that expects a big fucking gun in there? Come on.
Well, why would they have anything less?
Anyway, we're talking bullshit nonetheless. Who knows? how long that drop's been there. Maybe somebody found it already while they were scavenging. There might not be anything anyway.
Oh, we never rolled Destiny.
Shit, right. So, Jacob, what do you think about the storm? When should we head out? Yeah.
Well, we could go in between the tails of a storm. That may be best.
I'm assuming we're leaving the car behind. Or if we
Probably
do,
best.
how are we gonna pick up the dead drop? What if it's big?
Oh wow, it's the opposite today.
The force is with us, man.
Alright, 1 second.
Well, if it is something that's too big for us to carry back, we do at the moment have a really nice fella following us around who's parked somewhere in another building, if you don't remember.
Oh yeah! We did kind of bring our own security with us. Sort of. Oh, isn't he kind of...
I wouldn't trust him to go into the building with us, but...
Yeah, also, isn't he kind of... Yeah, no. Kind of obvious and loud?
Well, if we can establish communications, if the storm allows us to send a signal, we could just kind of hold on to that in case it comes up. It'd be a decent trump
Yeah,
card.
fair point. Let's not get the big guy involved until we're sure we need him anyway. But yeah, that's a good option to keep in mind if, in case, you know, we need somebody to do some heavy lifting, or, well, we need somebody to bring the pain if shit hits the fan.
Yeah, if we need to shoot down
Good
a whole
point.
bunch of birds.
Or if your brother shows up.
Let's not talk about him. We were having a good thing going.
I thought you'd enjoy the idea of your brother versus that big fella.
I would, but I know how that matchup would end. Anyway,
Of course, we have, we could probably take the car. The streets are packed, but they're not too packed for a small car like yours.
my baby is a lot of things. Small is not one of them. You take that back.
He looks towards it. Well, I've seen some big vehicles in my time.
It's not about the size, it's what you do with it.
Okay. It's adequate, don't worry.
As long as you understand. Anyway, alright. Well, we're as ready as we're ever gonna be. I think if I'm good on fuel since we stocked up before coming here. Let's take my ride then.
I guess Eddie, you stay here with, I don't think I ever gave you a name. Pardon me, server droid. Fella? I forget your name.
You don't remember my name? Sir, I am just so shocked.
My apologies. It's been a stressful day.
It's okay, sir. I understand. A southern gentleman such as myself just forgives and forgets.
Anyway, you two hunker down. And, is Integra, do you have enough space for Integra to come with us?
I'm gonna
Logan's
put
character?
my arm on Ruben's shoulder and point down to where Integra and AD are both passed the fuck out.
Oh, my apologies.
Yeah, I think
She's not
I'll leave
speaking
this
in the
one
most
out.
ladylike manner.
They probably need somebody to look after them anyway.
I'm sure they'll be fine. I mean, the last guy that tried to sneak up on Integra when she was sleeping got his arm broken, so... And as he says that, you see Logan wincing at his shoulder.
Well, it sounds like a plan. Let's, I'm as eager to get out of here as ever. Let's, if we're gonna go, let's just go. And Ruben just kind of sits down in the back seat.
Alright,
You got room in the trunk for some supplies from my truck?
sure thing. I'll help you grab him. In the meantime, I'm gonna find Bubba, pet him and say, alright Bubba, you'll be a good boy. Watch after Integra and Eddie, alright? You're in charge.
Yeah, it's how like, he's proud. He's like, yeah.
Good boy. I scratch him behind the ear. And I'm gonna go help Caleb move stuff.
Just basically moving my tools and anything that are too heavy to carry around all the time, but I want to keep handy nearby.
Yeah, you never know.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, once everybody's ready, I'm gonna rev up the car, blow some exhaust dust in Eddie's face, and off we go.
Eddie wakes up. Integra, for some reason, does not. She's okay with a loud engine next to her as you go off.
Ruben's just kind of waving at Eddie as they leave.
He looks a bit confused, but otherwise he's like, I guess he left Integra here. I don't think he wanted to get killed, so he's coming back. He tries going back to sleep.
To be fair, that actually doesn't work in his favor, because I've dumped Integra like that many times and never came back for her, so for all he knows, I'm never coming back.
Well, you wouldn't leave Eddie, would you?
I mean, Eddie is such a bro, why would I ever leave him? Why would I ever leave the man that put me in this situation in the first place?
Okay then, he looks to Bubba and goes, yeah, he's definitely coming back.
Okay, that's understandable, because Bubba is best boy after all.
You abandoned two people who were close to you, but Bubba, nope, they're always coming back. Always come back for Bubba. Right. So, with you guys heading off, a perfect amount of people, weirdly enough.
Yep.
To fit in your four-door car. The storm is starting to trail off. The storm is starting to trail off, and you can start making your way through the area. You do have to go past the giant mech, however. And he goes, "Are you leaving the area?"
We got some information on a military crate. We're going to go recover it before we continue onwards. Plus, the storm is still an issue, so we're gonna wait it out. Be on standby in case we need some support.
Understood. I shall await your command.
Good boy.
He settles down back in his little shop. You can see several dead creatures around him already.
Looks like he's been busy.
Anything that we could use for food, or are they all Azure beasts?
They're Azure beasts.
Probably absolutely eviscerated with the ammo that he uses as well. He's not a hunting robot.
Just add some gristle.
Just put them in a soup, it'll be fine.
I mean, I don't know if that seems very appetizing. I think I'll pass for now.
Not quite desperate enough yet.
We'll get there, I'm sure.
GM's plans are growing. Right, roll me a drive.
Oh, just a sec. This is something I'm good at. Look at that. Woohoo!
Wow. You are so adept at driving this car. It's as if it's the second part of your body. You're just driving, weaving in and out of the different parts of the car. You take like, oh yes, that alleyway's clear, and you're just going down, avoiding all the little pitfalls and stuff that are around.
And since I have custom tires and suspension, I'm also doing some small jumps in between buildings and through buildings to get us to where we need to go. Haha, like a boss.
Actually, with a Triumph, I will allow you to do that. Of course, Ruben may have a heart attack. I may have him roll for that.
I put on the seatbelt, and then after I put on the seatbelt, I'm clutching the seatbelt, and after I'm clutching the seatbelt, I'm just like staring at the floor at this point.
It's okay, just close your eyes, Ruben. It's gonna be over soon.
Grabbing onto the Jesus handle.
Halo, being a flipping adrenaline junkie, probably enjoys your little joy ride.
Oh yeah.
So eventually,
I'm out on the hood.
You're out on the hood.
You ever seen when that guy rides the nuclear bomb down and just waving his hat? That's Caleb right now.
Witness me!
Without triumph, I am going to say that you find some old building pathways as well that were clearly built by inhabitants here after reform.
Like some people try to survive in here.
And you're actually able to drive your car up towards the skyscraper that the dead drop is located in. You go in through, but sadly the pillars prevent you from going too much anywhere else but on this floor, and it's up. So you park your car right on this floor.
Oh, looks like end of the line. This is as far as she'll take us.
Ruben is already outside of the car.
You're not puking or something, are you?
No, just everything's cool. He kicks over a pile of dust. I'm good.
Okay, I think I may have triggered him a little bit. I'm probably gonna drive a little more conservative on the way back.
Well, the old man does lean in a little and goes, I heard, didn't he mention before when we were all eating he was in some sort of crash?
Yeah, that's kind of why, and Logan kind of points to the face and some other metallic stuff. Yeah, it was kind of a bad landing.
I suspect driving like that didn't help.
Okay, I get it, man. You don't have to rub the salt in, but, it's kind of a tricky race course we've got here, and I wanted to get as close as possible. It's an exception,
Well-
okay?
Well, we're close. Your car's looking shinier, he says, gesturing towards your car, which it is. It seems like the rain that was dripping down onto your car has removed some of the rust.
The hell? What kind of fucking rain is this?
Sadly, it's also removed some of the paint.
The fuck? My paint job! You have
It is shinier.
That fucking costs. Okay,
Huh.
so note to self, don't drink the fucking rainwater and don't fucking stand in it.
He's going to look outside. I should have suspected it would be slightly acidic.
Thanks for the warning, by the way.
No problem.
So what is the natural paint color underneath the custom job?
Fuck me, who knows?
It's probably
I'd say
something silly like.
I'd say probably either bright red or bright pink. Something like that. Just polarizing fucking cowards.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah,
in some sports, it's really
back in the
colourful.
day-
It's like a hippie got his hands on it.
Back in the day when
No,
Integra
wait.
got the car, she got drunk and then she did some weird paint job on it, so I had to, mask it after a while, but still.
That's actually a thing. You notice that several different layers of paint have been taken off now and again. For instance, some parts are blue, some parts are red. It looks kind of like a hippie van. A
We never
hippie
could
car now.
decide what the car should look like, so whenever somebody takes it, we just repaint it.
Yeah.
Have a lot of people owned it before? I guess they would have to. A lot of people would have had to own it before you owned it, Logan.
Well, yeah, I have no idea of this car's entire history. I just remember the first time I got it. I think me and Integra were like, Jesus fuck. We were pretty much still fucking kids. We were still teenagers when we found it. It was smack dab in the middle of a lake at the very bottom. Don't ask me how the fuck two kids managed to get that thing out of the goddamn lake, but it was kind of like our pet project. Dude, you wouldn't imagine.
Honestly, I'm surprised it wasn't covered in more rust.
Well, to be fair, over the years we did put a lot of time and effort into it. I mean, like I said, it was our pet project. We worked, fuck me, a lot of time on this car, let me tell you.
Well, I wonder if anybody picked up on what he just said there.
It was in a lake.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask how they carried it out of the lake.
Well, a lake in this kind of world?
Oh,
I'm just wondering if you... Just wondering, that's all. Don't worry.
I mean, is there a lot of? I guess I don't really have an impression. Would there not be like a lot of just would anything that is deep and has water in it be considered a lake, or are you thinking like a natural lake?
Like, for instance, I'm only saying because you would pick it up, the fact that any sort of lake that would still be present out in the wastelands would either have to be a godsend of clean water in the middle of a polluted wasteland, or somewhere very, very dangerous. Whereas your beasts love to go and drink.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't grow a third eyeball trying to reach into a polluted lake, so I guess I have many questions, but I'll choose to withhold them.
Yeah, hardly the time for that. Right. I guess we're on foot from here. So let's be careful and not cause more trouble than we can handle, because honestly, I don't trust this building.
The old man nods, gets his rifle ready, and actually places his coat full of keys in your car so he doesn't jingle.
Smart move! Considering my hunting rifle is not exactly a close quarters kind of thing, I'm just gonna keep my hand on my holster and have my handgun ready.
This was originally a hotel, right?
That is correct.
Boy, if you ever wanted to try out all those keys, this would be the building to do it in.
That is what I was planning to do, but I don't know. The air here smells of shit.
Got a strange ass hobby, old man.
I'll take a few. He's like looking around, like basically matching up the keychains to the building, and just puts them in his pocket. There we go.
I mean, I could appreciate it. Could you imagine how good it must feel every time you do actually get a key that works in the door you're trying it on? Must be an amazing feeling.
You would be surprised by how often it works. And it is an amazing feeling.
Okay,
I
scratch
mean,
that. You're
how
all
many-
just fucking weird.
I mean, how many locks just have the internal mechanisms rusted out so much that you could just use any key and it would open?
Well, don't ruin my dream, boy. He looks to you like you've just like ruined his fun. It's like,
By the way, Logan at this point is looking very displeased. Seriously? We're doing this? This is what's happening right now. We're in the middle of a fucking raindrop that's acidic, you know, desert storm and stuff, the decrepit building surrounded by flying god knows what, and the fucking blue blood on the loose, and you guys are discussing key politics. What the fuck kind of show did I walk into? What is going on right now?
I mean,
come on, kid.
I hope you can understand our hesitancy.
You guys are
It's
all...
fine.
I'm not hesitant. I just appreciate the hobby is all.
Come on.
Logan is just...
Let's go.
just exasperated at this point. Doesn't know how to react to this shit.
So come on, they're just having some fun.
Anyway, I guess we're gonna start scouting the area.
Right, let's see. Just let me find the appropriate skill checks.
How long were we in the car approximately for like the rust and everything to get taken off? Like how long were we driving? Probably like
Question.
a 20-minute drive?
Yeah, around about like 20, 30 minutes.
Because yeah, if that like if it was like an hour drive and the rust started coming off because of the rain, that would be like impressive still, but you know, reasonable. But if it only took 20 minutes, then I want to recommend that nobody don't expose yourself as much as possible, because that'll probably bore right through you.
Great for machines in small doses, horrible for human skin. Let's see. Would somebody like to roll me either vigilance or survival? You can all pick which one you wish to roll. Oh god. Hiccups,
Definitely
no.
survival for me.
My hiccups are ruining my immersion.
It's okay. All you have to do is get scared.
Yeah. I mean, I'll do vigilance, I guess. Better
Ooh,
than
I am not vigilant today.